Yo, yo! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Knuckles MMA, and I'm back with another video. It's been 2 weeks. I know. Just, I've been brainstorming. I've been brainstorming a lot lately. And, as far as the Joaquin Buckley and Usman card, I'm gonna do that in a live. And I know it's gonna be a little bit late, but I'm gonna do a live. And this is gonna be an interactive live, actually. And it's gonna be a somewhat bigger show, I guess, at least for a solo. Um, but I want your help. Yeah, you, the one that's watching this. I want your help. I want you to come on my show. For those who want to talk UFC and want to speak about what's going on, come on the show. For those who have my number, for those who want to reach out, reach out. Please, please do. I want you on the show. But what are we going to be talking about today? I'm very excited about today, actually. We're talking about UFC 317, Topuria versus Du Bronx. And I'm making my predictions. But you guys already know how it goes. We're going to get straight into this video. I'm not going to make it extra long and, all that good stuff. Let's get straight into it, yo. If you're new to the channel, and, even if you're not, we always start from the early prelims going on to the main card, and we're going to start with this boring fight right here. Chris Edward versus Jackson McVeigh. These two tin cans are from the regional scene, and I really don't care about this fight, to be honest with you. That's why it's on the early prelims. It's going to make absolutely no sense. McVeigh was supposed to fight Cedric Dumas, but Dumas doesn't know how to stay out of jail. So he has an ankle monitor on right now, and nobody can take it off for him. As far as a judge goes, he couldn't find nobody, so he had to pull out of the fight. Now he's fighting Chris, and I don't care about this fight, to be honest with you. Whoever wins wins. I don't even have a prediction for that fight. I genuinely do not care. On to this fight right here. We have Jonata Deniz versus Alvin Hines. Alvin Hines is coming from the regional scenes, and he's fighting Deniz. Deniz is gonna destroy this dude. What I do know about Alvin Hines, even though he is 7-0, don't let that fool you. He's fought absolute tin cans, and he's not really an exciting fighter at all. I have Deniz taking him down and probably TKOing him in round 2. Thank you very much. This fight right here, Jacoby Smith, the undefeated prospect, versus Nico Price. This fight is interesting. And the reason I say that is because Jacoby Smith, I forgot what the odds are. But Jacoby Smith is the highest, like as far as odds go, he is one of the highest favorites that the UFC has ever seen in a fight. Jacoby Smith is going to get this done. He's going to get it done quick in the first round by KO against Nico Price. Short, quick, fast, and easy. On to the prelims or the preliminaries. We got this fight right here. This is actually a really underrated and very good fight for both Slavish Claus and Terrence McKinney. If you don't know who Slavish Claus is, it is Borshev. I don't know how to say his first name correctly. But they call this dude Slavish Claus. And man, this fight is a really underrated fight. If you're gonna watch the prelims, and which I highly recommend, do it. If you want to see some good fights, watch these prelims because this card is absolutely stacked, even down to the early prelims, and it's like 50-50, but this card's stacked. But I have Slavish Claus winning this fight by unanimous decision because Slavish Claus is known for starting out really slow in the first round, and that's actually what Terrence McKinney does. He goes at you real fast, real just he wants to knock you out in the first round. Once the second and third comes, if you put enough pressure on him, we know that he's gonna lose the fight. That's how Terrence McKinney is. He goes out there in the first round, he wants to knock you out, he's all dangerous, and then once the second and third round comes, he doesn't do anything. So that's why I'm giving it to Slavish Claus because as long as Slavish Claus can just stay on the back foot a little bit and just survive the first round, but actually do something to make it look competitive. That second and third round, once he starts taking Terrence McKinney down and he starts, getting a little bit more comfortable on the feet, Slavish Claus is gonna win the fight, and that's it. It's cut dry. It's cut and dry. It's nothing crazy. This is not a crazy fight if you like as far as who you think is gonna win, because we know Slavic Claw is gonna win unless he gets like KO'd or TKO'd in the first round. But it's nothing crazy. It's nothing ridiculous. But again, Slavic Claus by unanimous decision. On to the second fight of these prelims, we have Viana Araujo versus Tracy Cortez. This fight is interesting. This is interesting. And I mean interesting as in interesting because I'm actually gonna put it on my parlay. I don't ever put women's fights on my parlay. For those who do not know, every single time I bet on the women's, I lose my parlays. So I just do not bet on the I don't bet on women's anymore. Um, that's nothing towards anybody, but I just don't. I never have. Ever since Amanda Nunes lost to Juliana Pena, you know. But I have Tracy Cortez winning this fight by unanimous decision. This is a 3-round fight. And actually that's just obvious. Of course, it's a 3-round fight. It's not the main event. Um, but yeah, this is gonna be like a. I think this fight's gonna be boring. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's gonna be like fireworks and to be like, oh, like these women are going out. Like I don't think they're gonna throw hands. I think it's just gonna be a strategic fight from Tracy Cortez, and Cortez is just gonna get it done, and that's it. So Tracy Cortez by unanimous decision. On to the second to last fight of these pre. I don't know if I'm saying no. Yep, the second to last fight on these prelims. We have Hadir Amil versus Jose Delgado. These two blockheads. This is gonna be a good fight. I want to see these dudes throw hands because both of these dudes are really known for it, and both of these dudes are blockheads when it comes to the featherweight division. I really like this fight. I like this fight for Hadir Amil. I think he can TKO or possibly submit Jose in the third round actually. And I'm pretty confident on Hadir Amil. I know a little bit about him. I don't know like too much. I have to do a little bit more research and a little bit more film study on both of these dudes. But these dudes are good. They're both good. I don't want to call them rising prospects, but they're underrated guys in this featherweight division that are not ranked. And I think that Hyder Emil is gonna get it done either by TKO in the third round or possibly a submission, and submission specifically a head and arm in the third round. On to this fight right here. This fight is interesting. And this is the final fight of the prelims. This is the main event of the prelims right here. We have Jack Hermanson versus Gregory Rodriguez. This fight, yeah, this fight's interesting because I want to go in Gregory Rodriguez's favor because Gregory Rodriguez not only has a an advantage as far as power goes, and also just how much Gregory Rodriguez has fought. Jack Hermanson hasn't fought in I think it's been almost 2 years, 3 years. I think it was, or let me see, Jack Hermanson. However you say his name, I think it's Hermanson. Yeah, I don't know, but see if I'm getting this right. Oh, 20. Oh, okay, February 10th of 2024. Yeah, so it's been a year. Wow, I actually got it wrong. Yeah, so before it was like 2 years. Now it's been a year. More than a yeah. Sheesh. My goodness. Yeah, it's been a year. Um, Interesting. But Jack Hermanson, you can't count him out either, because he's a crafty veteran. And I think that I'm gonna give this to Jack Hermanson. The reason I say that is because Gregory Rodriguez is a blockhead. He's a blockhead. He's not very smart when it comes to fighting. And that's no shot towards him or anything. But he just throws to swing because he has hands and he knows he has power and he knows he can put you out. If you can weather that storm, he gasses out. He gassed out in round two against Jared Cannonier. Jared Cannonier is like that dude's like 41. You know what I mean? He's not going anywhere. Jared Cannonier doesn't really have cardio like that. And nor does Gregory Rodriguez. This dude, I can't believe I'm saying that. This dude gassed out in a 5 round fight in the second round against another striker who, like, I'm not gonna knock Cannonier's cardio, but like, his cardio isn't always the best either. And this dude right here gassed out in the second round against him. And now you're facing Jack Hermanson, who can take you down and threaten you with submissions and throw you around and like. I'm giving it to Jack Hermanson because not only the cardio aspect, but just to be safe. Just to be safe. Because I don't know. Gregor Rodriguez, he kind of scares me a little bit with the stupidity he does in that in that octagon. So again, I give it to Jack Hermanson by submission in the late second. Late second, maybe mid no. Yeah, late second. I'll give it to late second. Late second round. On to this main oh my goodness. On to this main card right here. Yo, I am so excited for this right here. Do you see the names? Do you see the names on this card? Do you see this? Ilia Topuria moving up to lightweight to finally claim the belt he's been chasing. Charles do Bronx Oliveira coming back to fight one of his most dangerous people he's fought. And that's the main event. On to our co-main. Alessandro Pantoja, one of the best champions in the UFC currently, and I will fight whoever says that or says otherwise. Alessandro Pantoja, even though he is a little bit boring on the way he fights, you are always going to enjoy a fight when it comes to Alessandro Pantoja. You always are. You always are. And he's fighting a killer in Kai Kara France. This fight, just those two fights right there are amazing. And I haven't even got onto the rest of the thing. I haven't even got onto the other thing. We got Brandon Royval versus Joshua Van. Original, and don't quote me on this. Don't quote me on this. But originally, I think Joshua Van was stepping in from no. Joshua Van stepped in from an El Cop against Royval, and I think they were supposed to be on a fight night. But then Paulo Costa pulled out against Roman Kopylov, and that fight is being scheduled for 3/18, I think it was. So they're gonna be on the next card. Um, so this my mind is like this Saturday is gonna be a movie. I'm telling you. I'm so excited for this Saturday. I can't wait. I cannot contain my excitement. These fights are amazing. Again, Ilia Topuria moving up against Charles Oliveira. Alessandro Pantoja is finally fighting Kai Kara France. Brandon Royval is fighting Joshua Van. Beneil Dariush is fighting Renato Money Moicano. Peyton Talbot is fighting Felipe Lima. And that's gonna get me straight into this right here because this is the first fight on this amazing, this God-given main card right here. Peyton Talbot is coming back after his defeat against Honey Barcelos, and he is fighting Felipe Lima. This fight right here is a very underrated fight. And for those who do not know about this man right here, Felipe Lima, don't call him out. Don't look at him differently. Nothing, because he's going to win this fight by decision. He's going to win this fight by decision. Felipe Lima is. He's like miles above Barcelos. And you've seen what Barcelos did to Peyton Talbot. Felipe Lima is not only younger, faster, has more power in his hands, can mix his takedowns in with with his striking. This dude is so good, and I'm not knocking Peyton Talbot because Peyton Talbot could 100% get it done. I think Peyton Talbot could win this fight. I'm not counting him out, but I'm going to Felipe Lima because of how fast he is and because of his wrestling jiu-jitsu and Brazilian jiu-jitsu prowess. Felipe Lima is going to be looking for takedowns and he's going to want to wrestle Peyton Talbot. And if Peyton Talbot didn't work on his takedown defenses, his takedown defense while he was gone, it's going to be a really hard night for Peyton Talbot. So I'm giving it to Felipe Lima by unanimous decision because of his speed and how Felipe Lima is going to mix in his takedowns against Mr. Peyton Talbot. On to the second fight of, of this card here. We got Mr. Benil Dariush versus Money Hanato Moicano. Short, plain, and simple. I give it to Hanato Moicano by TKO in the second round because excuse me. I apologize. Um, Benil Dariush is coming off of a knockout. He's coming off of a knockout, and I think it's been a little bit since he's fought too. It's been a little bit, I think. Yeah, it's been 2 years. Do you see that? Do you see that? He's coming off of um two TKOs, KO TKOs, two KO TKOs against Armin Sarukian and Charles Oliveira. Benny has never had a chin, and he's not just gonna magically get it back. He's not. Um, to be honest with you, I'm giving it to Hanato Moicano. I'm sticking to my word. Second round TKO. I think Hanato Moicano is gonna find his way on the ground against Benil Dariush, and he's gonna ground and pound him into the ground because I think for this card, 12 to 6 elbows are also legal again. Last card it wasn't because of the commission, but now we're going back to regular rules if I'm not mistaken. And what Hanato Moicano did to Benoit Saint Denis on the ground, imagine what he's gonna do to Benil Dariush. Dariush got slept by Armin Sarukian 2 years ago from like a faint knee and just a hard little cross down the middle, and he was out. Follow like and Armin did follow up with ground and pound as well. But Benny was out. What do you think Hanato Moicano's gonna do to him? Did you see Benoit Saint Denis' face when he fought Moicano? And I can't show it because I might get demonetized and like YouTube will take the video down. On your own time, look it up. Watch that fight because it's a really good fight. It was a really good performance from Hanato Moicano. But man, oh man, I'm sorry, Benny. It's time for you to go, my friend. On to this fight right here. And it saddens me to know, like, it saddens me what I'm about to say. because I love Joshua Van. I really do. I love Joshua Van a lot. I like the way he fights. You know, this dude, he's incredible. He's incredible. I would love to have him on the show. It's a whole nother thing. But man, I'm giving this to Brandon Royval by unanimous decision because that's just how Royval fights. I don't think he's gonna put Joshua Van out. I don't think he's gonna submit him. I think Royval is gonna just he's gonna give Joshua Van a problem on the feet a little bit, and he's gonna put Joshua Van on the back foot, and you know he's just gonna he's. I think Royval's gonna use his length to his advantage. Pause on that. But Royval is he's a really tall dude. And I think that he's just gonna be popping that jab all night and he's gonna just try and get in Joshua Van's face and just not really be close, but he's just gonna mix in his kicks and his punches and things like that. And I think Joshua Van's gonna I think he's gonna put up a fight. Don't I'm not counting him out. I think this is gonna be a really, really close fight. And that's why I'm giving it to Brandon Royval by split decision. Because Joshua Van is no pushover either, and I think Joshua Van could get it. He could get it done, you know. And if Joshua Van does win on Saturday, I want you guys to come back here and make fun of me, or text me or whatever, make fun of me. But I think Royval just has a little bit more, um, experience in the game, and I think that Royval's gonna get it done by split decision. On to the co-main event. I'm very excited for this fight. I really, really like this fight. We have Alessandro Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. This fight right here is a very tricky fight. Why do I say that? Kai Kara France has really good takedown defense. So I think that in order for Alexandre Pantoja to get Kai Kara France down, he is going to have to bombard Kai Kara France in a way that he has not bombarded anybody since the Brandon Moreno fight. And I really think that Alessandro Pantoja is gonna get it done, but I think that this is gonna be a little bit of a harder fight for Mr. Alessandro Pantoja. And by no means am I saying that Kaikar France does not have a chance because Kaikar France, I'm not just gonna say, oh, because he has power in his hands. No, Kaikar France is he a little bit of a slow starter? Yes, but he's no pushover either. You know what I mean? Kai Kara France is a really good guy. He I like Kai Kara France personally. I like both of these dudes a lot. And I still give it to Alessandro Pantoja. I think Pantoja is gonna I think that I don't want to say he's gonna bum rush Kai Kara France, but I think that Kai Kara France is gonna be on the back foot in most of the fight because Pantoja is gonna put he's gonna pressure him a lot, and I think that that's what's gonna lead to most of the takedowns that Alessandro Pantoja is gonna get in this fight. So I do give it to Alessandro Pantoja by unanimous decision. And speaking of Alessandro Pantoja, for those who did not know, Alessandro Pantoja said that he did not want to move up. I'm very happy with that answer because he says he has contenders like Brandon Royval still there. He said he still has Moreno. He has Urseg still. He has Manel Kape. He has Joshua Van. He has a lot of names that he's been looking at that he still wants to fight. So he said he does not want to move up and go up to bantamweight to fight Merab Dvalishvili. On to this main card, man. Uh, onto this main card. Onto this main event. I'm sorry. This fight scares me. And for those who really like Charles Oliveira, you're not gonna like my answer. So I recommend that you click off of this video. I'm gonna open this book for you guys. And I'm just gonna keep it plain, simple, and it's gonna be right in writing. With this pen right here. Oh, this pen doesn't want to work. See what that says? You see what that says? See what that says? Right there. Ilya Taporia is going to absolutely he's gonna kill Charles Oliveira in this fight. Ilya Taporia has looked way too good. He has been way too focused. And let me tell you something. For those who don't really follow this sport too much, there's a thing called weight cutting. And to cut weight means you say you're walking right when you're not fighting, when you're not, you might be training, but you're not fighting. You can walk around at 185, you can walk around at 200 pounds, being some of these UFC fighters. And then when you get a fight, as you're training, you cut weight in order to go to that specific weight class. So for this one, it's 155. So if Taporia or Charles are walking around at 185 or something like that, they cut down to 185, which means they're losing, what is it, 30 pounds? They're losing 30 pounds in order to make weight on that day. Ilya Taporia has said that he's enjoyed cutting weight. And for those who know about cutting weight, it absolutely sucks. Ilya Taporia has said that he enjoys cutting weight to 155. Are you serious? Taporia has looked absolutely amazing hitting bags. Oh, like he showed off his physique. I'm sorry. I'm counting Charles Oliveira out in this fight, and Taporia's gonna touch his chin. And when he gets him down, he's probably gonna try and submit him because Ilya Taporia is that's what he said. And everything that Ilya Taporia has said, he's done. He said he was gonna knock out Volk, which he did. He said he was gonna start Max Holloway, which he did. He said that he's gonna submit Oliveira or knock him out. And now he's switched to just submitting Oliveira. And if Ilya Taporia does that, this dude, there's no stopping him. There's no stopping him at this point. So I give it to Ilya Taporia by knockout in. I'll give it to the third round. I'll give it to the third round, maybe the second. But this scares me. It scares me. It really does. But this concludes the video here, y'all. It was right now it's at 28 minutes. So I'm just gonna cut it sweet and I'm gonna cut it right here. I thank y'all for all the support and everything that you guys do for me. If it wasn't for you guys, none of this would be possible. Again, I will be doing a live very soon, so make sure to look out for that. And I want you guys on my show. For those who know UFC and for those who have talked UFC with me, please come on the show. I ask you. I said at the beginning, and now I'm saying that at the end. Please, please DM me. Let me know. For those who I may not know, but still know what they're talking about, come on the show. Even if you don't know what you're talking about, please come on the show. 100%. I'm always happy. This is all for fun. So again, I thank y'all for your time. And with that, I'll see you guys very soon with a reaction video after Saturday's done. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace.